Thank you very much for this opportunity to introduce to you this session here about sustainable energy investment. For several reasons, sustainable energy investments play a very strategic role in the EU's sustainable economic and social development. Of course, the first reason is because these investments are a key part of our sustainability strategy. But their impact, the impact of these investments, go much beyond that. Just take the example of investments to improve energy efficiency, and in the panel before there was already some hint to that we have now supported in many cities and many regions. These investments, they do spur innovation, they give a boost to the small business sector, so they create jobs, and through the decreased energy consumption, they decrease the energy bill, which is very important in particular for low-income households. So you see, these sustainable energy investments, they cover the whole range, the whole scope of smart, sustainable and inclusive growth. So therefore, these investments are more than ever needed, also and in particular in the times of economic crisis where we are in. And because we know that the bulk of public investment takes place at a regional and local level, the decisions have to be taken at local and regional level. So this is why the decision makers in Europe's cities and regions, they have a key role and in making sure that public investment is made in such a way as to contribute to meet environmental, economic and social challenges. And the Covenant of Mayors, with nearly 5,000 mayors representing over 175 million inhabitants, you are a main driver in that direction. At the EU level, it's the cohesion policy that plays an essential role in promoting the shift to investment in smart and sustainable growth through support for reaching the low-carbon economy. Cohesion policy is already in the current period dedicating a substantial effort for climate change targets. So when you take it all together, 48 billion go to direct and indirect investments in climate change through investment in energy efficiency, renewable energies and clean transport in particular. For the next programming period, when you take all the European structural and investment funds together, they will have more than 400 billion euros available. That's more than 40% of the EU budget. And even nowadays, where we talk a lot about billions here and billions there, 400 billions are a very significant support to sustainable growth and jobs. And we will concentrate this support to 10 thematic objectives. They are breaking down the three strands of the EU 2020 strategy with a very specific focus on sustainable energy as well as innovation. And when you look at the regional fund, for which I have responsibility, there we try to even ring-fence the funding for three thematic objectives. It's research, development and innovation on the one hand, it's small businesses and their competitiveness, and it is the low-carbon economy. And when you look at the numbers, through this concentration, this will lead to a significant increase in amounts for sustainable energy investments. Maybe we could even reach doubling of the current amounts. But using this money as efficiently as possible, we should not only use grants. We have done that too much in the past. We should also use more and more financial instruments. Because of their revolving character, and because they have this leveraging private funds, they have a big multiplier effect. You probably know Jessica, and Jessica is a very good example in the current period to leverage private funding in this area. By targeting projects that have a potential economic viability, financial instruments provide support for investment by way of loans, guarantees, equity, and other risk-sharing instruments. We expect that the significant investments for the next period, that they will be designed in such a way as to trigger a maximum of private investment and to stimulate the emergence of well-functioning markets in these areas. Environmental and energy policies, they cannot be conceived in isolation. Therefore, our new proposals, they carry very much a more integrated approach to sustainable urban development. This means taking into account all the dimensions of urban life, environment, economics, social and culture, so that they all work together to improve the quality of life in a given neighbourhood. This integrated approach very often relies on bottom-up initiatives, and that's also why in the next programme period we want to support community-led development initiatives by the funds. In times of economic crisis, it is more crucial than ever to have programmes with highest value added. The Member States and the regions are currently working very intensively to prepare their programmes for the next period, including the design of sustainable energy measures in order to tailor them to the specific needs and the potential of the region. In this work, of course, it is important to have the regional development expert, but also ask the energy expert to be part. In this context, the work that is taking place under the Covenant of Mayors is very useful. The methodology developed for the Sustainable Energy Action Plans and the regular capacity building of signatories and coordinators, these are efficient vehicles to get a good quality pipeline of projects that then could possibly receive cohesion policy funding. In practice, it means that cities or other project promoters could apply for cohesion policy funding for a coherent set of projects on the basis of their action plans, and for the cohesion policy managing authorities, the existing of such an action plan could be an additional quality assurance. For the programme preparation, let me just mention one tool that we make available from the Commission. It's Compare, but it's spelled differently. It's CO2 and then MPARE. And this will be, and I can only encourage you to use it, an instrument so that you can assess, that the managing authority can assess what is actually the CO2 impact of the programmes that they are preparing. So I hope that we will hear from different regions and member states in this session what we can do and what can inspire other regions to invest more in sustainable energy, and to reassure them that such investments really can bring excellent results. So also with the increased focus on financial instruments in the next period, experience from the current period will be very useful. So let us fully use the scope that is still available in the current programming period, and let's make sure that the future programs are even smarter and provide better results for CO2 reduction, but also for competitiveness, growth and jobs. And it's now because the programs are being prepared. Now it's the time to act and to influence the programs. Sorry for being slightly over time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.